What's up here, gang? Thank you very much for being here today. I have a brief little story, something I thought was absolutely cool. I went in channel 1050 on the global server. I had found a werewolf secret dungeon and I went online and I said, hey, I have a werewolf secret dungeon if anybody needs it. And then this happened. I thought that was surreal. I thought that was absolutely cool. Just because it shows that this channel is actively growing. We're gaining new Here Gang members in the Discord. This is not a brag. This is not like, oh, look how cool I am, I got recognized in game. None of that. I just thought it was really cool that we're actually building something here. Something I think is worth building and worthwhile and is helpful and is fun. So I just want to say a huge thank you to all of you Here Gang members for being here, just because I like what we're building. I think it's incredibly helpful and fun, a great community, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for being a part of this. Let's get into the video. Well. I am here and so are you. Today, we are going to be looking at runes. I know there is a fair amount of you crazy people who are doing this challenge with me. Maybe not even doing this challenge, but are new and beginner players yourself. So I thought it would be apt to do a beginner rune guide video, just because I know people are kind of around the same stage as I am. We're farming GB11, GB12, maybe GB10, getting some runes under our belt. And I think it's important that I just kind of briefly go over the most important things about runes. So I'm not going to make this like ridiculously in-depth. I have like a more comprehensive, fully fleshed out version of rune guides. This is just helpful, but it's going to be more brief than that one. But first and foremost, what I want to do, this has been burning a hole in my pocket ever since I got it. We got the Transcendent Scroll from the Summoner's Way, and I want to summon it. I legit, like, who knows, this could be absolutely game changing. I hope that it is. So let's figure it out. I'm hoping it's a PvE unit. Battle, we got one. We got a legit Battle Angel. No idea what she does. Attacks enemy 2 times to decrease attack speed for 2 turns. Attacks the enemy quickly and strongly. Ignores the enemy's defense if the target's defense is half or less your attack power. The faster you are than the enemy, the chance of receiving a glancing hit from the enemy increases by up to 50%. In addition, if the enemy's attack you receive lands as a glancing hit, you recover the attack bar. Okay, we got a new toy, right? We got a new toy. I don't think it's super good for PvE anyways. So let's talk about runes for a second. The first thing, obviously, you're going to want to farm is giants. Now, if we look here, and this is the reason why you want to get to floor 12, because it only drops 6-star runes. So it's very important you get to GB12 as fast as you can. GB11 drops 5 and 6-star runes. We want to eliminate 5-star runes and just go up to 6-star. Now, if we go all the way to GB1, you will see all the way from GB1 to GB12, it starts with rare runes, the blue runes. All the way down, you're gonna get a lot of blue runes. So I figured let's start there. Just because everyone's gonna get them, they can be helpful, early on. All right, so let's go here. When it comes to blue runes, they're gonna start with 2 stats each on them. They can't ever have more than that unless you have an innate stat. This cannot be powered up. It's just there. It's a bonus. Sometimes it can be actually very, very helpful, but blue runes can only have 2 stats, and you can only power them up to +6 before they get the 3rd power up stat. Whenever it gets up to +9, you will get a random luck of the draw. Hopefully it's speed, right? Next stat. And so if we go here, I'll just briefly show you. We go up to +9, we will get a 3rd stat on the rune. I wish you could pick it. That would be OP. and it will never ever happen. I just wish that you could. So whenever this powers up to +9, we will get a random stat. Attack +6, that's actually cool. So when it comes to blue runes, at this point in the game, for me, recently just started farming GB12. Haven't spent a freaking ton of time in there yet because I'm working on fusions and stuff like that. Blue runes are still potentially very, very good for me to use. Now, what do I mean by potentially? Whenever I get blue runes, like this is a perfect example. It's a blade rune, which increases crit rate, and it has crit rate on there. Whenever I get blue runes, I am mostly thinking about double rolls. This rune, when I power it up to +6, could potentially roll into crit rate twice, on +3 and on +6. So it rolled into HP. That's a real bummer because I'm looking for double rolls into stats whenever I accept a blue rune. That rolled double HP. You saw that, right? That's the exact opposite of what I wanted it to do. So now I feel comfortable selling this rune because it did not double roll into the stat that I want. All right, this is another rune. It's a blade rune. It's a damage dealing rune, right? Either one of these would be great if it double rolls into them. But when I get a blue rune, I am specifically looking for double rolls. I don't want it to spread out between the two of them. Personally, that's how I look at it. I want it to just really pile in. That's great. That was a double roll into attack. That's a high attack percentage rune. I'm perfectly fine keeping that. That's when it comes to blue runes, that's what I like to look out for. Let's use this one for example. This has a very high attack percentage already, so I'm hoping this double rolls into attack. Now if it doesn't necessarily mean it's an automatic sell. That's what I'm looking for out of the rune, and I power it up and then I make a determination of, okay, how helpful. See, this rune rolled once into each. Now at my stage of the game, not having rune farm a ton, I'm still comfortable keeping this. It's a swift attack, a damage dealing set, but it won't be long before I get rid of runes like this, because they will start to be replaced by purple runes. Oh my gosh, I just noticed that's +9. That's triple HP roll. Oh my goodness. Your blue runes, if they don't double roll, will start to be replaced by your purple runes. Because these have a chance to triple roll into a certain stat. You're primarily, looking for triple speed rolls. That's like what everybody's looking for, triple speed rolls. They're very rare. So this is a great rune. Attack, crit damage, accuracy on a blade rune. If we power this up to +9, it could potentially triple roll into a stat, making it really, really high. Chances are it won't do that. You'll kind of bounce around. You're hoping for at least a double roll in a stat, but who knows if that's even going to happen. So far, we've got 1 in attack, 1 in crit damage, and then I'm guessing 1 in accuracy. But the blue runes are great for the early stages of rune farming, when you're just now powering up your units, putting some runes on them to make them stronger. Okay, perfect example. That rolled 1 in each attack, crit damage, and in accuracy. Now, had that triple rolled into attack, we'd be looking at a very high attack percent, but alas, we didn't. Still a decent rune. I'm not like super blown away by it, but it's a great rune for my stage of the game. And that's really the main point that you have to realize is, what stage of the game are you in? Are you just now farming giants to where really getting any rune is an upgrade? Or have you been farming in giants and you need to start being picky? Because here's the thing. If you're not picky with what runes you keep and sell, you're never going to have any mana to your name. This is vital. So very important to being able to power up your runes and make your unit stronger. And if you're just keeping everything, well, then you're never going to have this, because selling runes is a main money maker in the game. This rune is kind of a hodgepodge of stuff: speed, attack, resistance, flat HP. It's got crit rate. It wants to be like a damage dealing rune, but there's a very high chance it rolls into high HP, into high resistance, making it just kind of a useless rune. So with your orange runes, legendary runes, you can get a quad. There's a resistance roll. You could potentially get 4 rolls into speed, which is like the holy grail. Okay, we got 2 in resistance. It's the holy grail of Summoner's War. When you get a legendary rune and it rolls 4 times into speed, that you might as well try to go win the lottery after that, because that does not happen, and it feels freaking amazing whenever it does. See, this rune, I'm already getting not happy with it. It rolled double into resistance. We were looking for speed and attack. It's not going well. We haven't had any rolls into speed, and that really blows. All right, okay. So now I have a choice. That's a 20% attack rune on a swift set. It does have some speed and crit rate, innate stat in it. Simply due to the 20% attack, I'm going to keep it. Had that rolled into resistance or had that rolled into flat HP, I would have sold it immediately, no questions asked. But that was some decent attack rolls from 5 to 20%. I can work with that. I'm not like pumped about it, but you know, you gotta keep what you have, especially in the early stages of the game. Some questions that you need to ask yourself is, what's my current threshold? Where are my current damage dealers? What's their attack already? What's their crit rate? What's their crit damage? And just work to constantly improve on your rune quality, right? You don't want to keep mediocre runes that are not going to help you progress. You'd rather have the mana so you can power up other runes that may help you progress. When it comes to speed, know what the speed of your units are. If they're around like plus 90, you're trying to get them up to plus 120. You need to know stuff like that, so you know what speed rolls are good for you to keep, and what speed rolls you can be like, no, I can sell that. I'd rather have the mana to power up other runes. It's very important for you to know stuff like that. So one last tip for you: when it comes to blue runes, you know, you really don't want to power them up more than plus 6 if you don't have to. If it rolls what you want it to, then you go ahead and power up the rune. But initially starting out, I always power up my blue runes to plus 6. I don't want to waste mana powering up to plus 9. See, this rune, it rolled 1 into each. I was looking for double crit rate, so I'm okay selling that. I'm glad I didn't power it up to plus 9. I only went to plus 6. Same thing on my purple runes. I power them up to plus 9, then determine if I want to keep it or not, and then I make the decision to keep or sell, just because I kind of know where my units are, what my speeds are, where I am in the game, how long have I been farming giants, and then I can make an informed decision after that. So I'll show you on this one. We're going to power it up to plus 9, and we got a 17 speed on a swift rune with a crit damage and attack. Yeah, to me that's pretty obvious that I'm going to keep it, and then I could go back and power it up to plus 12 and see what the mystery stat is. Now honestly, when it comes to my legendary runes, let's go with this one. Even when it comes to my legendary runes, I power them up to plus 9 at the start, because powering up to plus 12 takes a lot of mana. Plus 12 and plus 15 take a lot of mana. So this one already rolled into flat HP, which is already a strike against it. I power it up to plus 9 to see if I even want to determine if I want to power it up to plus 12, simply because it might roll double into flat. Okay. So this rune, it's kind of going all over the place. 1 in accuracy, 1 in HP, 1 in crit rate. Nothing super great about it. It's not, had it double rolled into crit rate, you know, maybe. but I don't want to spend the mana powering it up to plus 12 when it's already not a good rune to start with. So that's what I do. Blue runes to plus 6, you know, the rest of them to plus 9. Make a determination on whether to keep or sell, and then rinse and repeat. But that's it. It's just a simple rune guide to get you guys started, maybe to help you understand more about rune quality, what to keep, what to sell, what maybe you're looking for. Again, if you want a more fleshed out, in-depth version, I do have a 40-minute rune guide that you can go check out. I think I hit all the basics, at least for like beginners. So if you liked the video, give it a like, and if you want to join the Here Gang Discord, link is in the description down below. Don't forget, guys, there's a goal out there to sell 3 items from the Here Gang shop for the month of July. That's the goal that I have set. Hopefully we reach it. I would love your support in that. So if you have the funds and you see something you like, go pick it up. You'd be doing me a tremendous favor. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here, Gang. I'll see you in the next video. Hey, you guys take care of yourselves, all right? This is Uncle Nay, signing off.